Y'all, I swear, every time Tiffany Haddish trends on social media, you can bet your last dollar that it's probably not going to be for a good reason. And now, she is being exposed for supporting an African regime that allegedly promotes slavery. And there is a lot of evidence online that proves that she has allegedly been praising this regime and talking about how much she loves it. She is getting dragged for this weird fetish, and fans are pointing out how she seems to desperately cater to white people. Child, she just can't seem to catch a break, and she only has herself to blame. When Tiffany got arrested in November last year for a DUI, we thought that it was the worst thing that was going to happen to her for at least a year. I mean, she got drunk and passed out behind the wheels on the road. She was led away in cuffs. The year before that, she was also arrested for a DUI, and according to reports, she was arrested January 14, 2024, after driving into the yard of a residence in Peachtree City, Georgia, according to a statement from the local police department. Officers had received a report around 2:30 a.m. of a driver asleep at the wheel on Highway 74. So we thought that it possibly couldn't get any worse than 2 DUIs, but then a couple of weeks ago, she made a big deal out of flying to Israel, where a you-know-what is currently going on. And the crazy part about this is that Tiffany didn't even sound solemn or try to respect the bad things that are going on over there. Instead, she sounded very cheerful and claimed that she wanted to see what was going on with her own eyes. Flying to a country where there's a situation going on is wild, especially when the country is being accused of doing some things, if you know what I mean. But that didn't matter to Tiffany.
Dead sea, go and give me some. Gonna have some fun, yeah, it's gone. I need to go see for myself. I'm one of those people. I'm sleepy as hell. I'm about to be asleep this whole flight. I've been up all night. And I'm gonna sleep the whole 16 hours. And I'm gonna go see for myself. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see all of it. I'm gonna ask questions, see with my own eyes. Because I don't believe everything. You know, social media be saying, I know a lot of stuff on social media be not true. Because, yeah, I didn't even open it.
Then there's the time during one of her shows when she went off about college students who were protesting the situation going on. You know, the situation that she flew all the way to see with her own eyes. Well, she didn't like how the fan brought up the topic of college protests, and she went in hard on the fan.
Colleges, right? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I've never went to college. Why would I care? Why would I care about college? Boo to college? Or boo that I never went, or boo that I don't give a f about the college. Boo that I don't give a f about the college. Why should I give a f about the college? There's not the college. I give a f about what's going on the other side of the world, but why would I give a f about the college? Because of Africa? Because Africa is working at the college? Shut the f. This is I'm talking about, stupid at the college. I ain't never worked a goddamn day in your life. Do you remember 9/11? No, forget about it. We were under attack. 11 terrorists blew our 3,000 people dead. What the f did we do, America? Do y'all remember what we did? If you're from the 1900s, you remember. We went the f over there. We f***ed didn't we? I went over there. I flew on a plane. I went over there and did comedy for the troops. I did do that. I did comedy for our American troops.
So it seems like Tiffany just loves it when people are oppressed, as long as she is not the one being oppressed. This time, she was exposed by a woman who revealed that Tiffany went on and on about how she just loves the Eritrean government, how she enjoyed her time there a couple of years ago, and stuff like that. Now, to put into perspective why this would be such a big deal, the current president of Eritrea has been in power since the country gained independence in 1991. This means that the president has been in office for 31 years. Like that's not bad enough, the government has been accused of some severe human rights violations, and the president has been accused of being brutal. To put into perspective how bad the situation is, the country has been referred to as the North Korea of Africa. According to reports, there are thousands of people, including children, in prison without trial. The underground prisons, the indefinite national service program likened to slavery by the UN, where people are SA'd and tortured, and a whole lot of other things going on. I'm not trying to say that the country or the people are terrible or anything like that, but from the reports from the people themselves, there's a whole lot of work that that needs to be done. Well, according to a social media user who is Eritrean, she ran into Tiffany Haddish at an event and they got to talking because Tiffany has Eritrean roots since her father was Eritrean. But when the woman told Tiffany the real situation in the country, Tiffany didn't care and made that more than clear.
I don't usually say anything to celebrities because sometimes I think we expect too much from them, and so I usually let them be. But I'm Eritrean, which is a small country in East Africa right next to Ethiopia and Sudan. I'm a refugee from there, came to the States when I was 2, and this actor is half Eritrean. I don't usually get to see people who are from my country who look like me, especially growing up on TV. You know, like we had Nipsey Hussle, rest in power, I love him. So I said to this celebrity, hey, I'm Eritrean. I'm a refugee, I was born there. Like, I think it's really cool to see somebody like you on TV. Like, it's nice to see like representation of our people in Hollywood. I rarely get to see that, if ever. This is before I knew who this person like really was, so don't fault me for that. Anyway, we get to talking, whatever, and I was like, isn't it sad the state of our country right now? Because what's happening is not great. It's a dictatorship after the war. He's been in power since the war ended, and it's just not like journalists are being thrown in jail. It's not a good status right now. And she said to me, well, he invited me to the country and I had a great time. And I was like, yeah, but what he's doing is not great for our people. And she's like, he was really nice to me. So, I mean, we had tea together and I was like, oh, she's not getting it. So I said, the state of our country is not great because of him, because he's taken so much power and like is not treating our people well. And I kid you not, this is the interaction that I never wanted to speak about. She looked at me and said he needed slaves to build that country. We had just gotten out of a 30-year war for our independence, a war that my father fought in. And you're telling me that this person needed slaves to build our country? And I said, what? No, he did not need slaves. And she said, how do you build a country? And I say, the same way you build an army without a government. The EPLF formed together because there was a bunch of people who wanted to stand up for themselves. And those people would have gladly rebuilt that country without being slaves. And then I said to her, so what do you think about George Washington? Like, what do you think about America? And she said, George Washington needed slaves. I swear, I'm not making this up. This is a quote, direct quote. George Washington needed slaves. I don't know if she was like rage baiting me, but like, why would you ever even say anything like that to a stranger?
Child, that's something. Interestingly, this is not the first time that Tiffany has been tone deaf to the plight of Eritreans because she has been supporting this government for a hot minute now. In 2018, she visited the country for the first time and even posted pictures with the president, Isaias Afwerki. In 2019, she became a naturalized citizen and gave the president a book in which she wrote, Isaias, my brother, my president, thank you for doing what you do. This rubbed many Eritreans the wrong way, and they accused Tiffany of trying to whitewash the country's image. Tiffany then claimed that she was willing to learn and be educated, so they added her to a group chat. However, things did not go as well as expected. When they explained what was going on, Tiffany was very dismissive. She wrote, good morning, y'all. I tried my best to keep my eyes open to chat with y'all, but there was so much to read. I fell asleep on y'all. Sorry about that. Now I have a full 25 minutes to get it in and learn from y'all. But let me tell y'all why I say thank you to the man. I know from my reach, he fought in the war like my uncles, and I am sure he has seen some awful things. She continued, I was always taught to be grateful to veterans. I was also saying thank you because he is building dams and trying to bring electric to villages. At least that is what I was told. Plus the man gave me honey from his farm and I have been giving it to my grandma, and I saw a huge change in her condition for the better. Her saying that she defended the man because he gave her honey from his farm is something. To make it worse, she also defended the reported slavery that was going on in the country, saying, okay, so basically what y'all saying is Eritrea is right now what America was in the beginning, except they are enslaving their own people instead of people from another land. Oh wait, America did enslave the natives. She continued, and these people are just held somewhere being essayed and made to work for free with no health care and necessities. Sounds like the US prison system or the internment camps they have for illegal immigrants here in America, where they are separating children from their parents. I mean, it just sounds like history repeating itself. American history is happening in Eritrea, but not as bad or maybe worse. She then even proposed a solution where they would fly celebs from the US to Eritrea so they could see how beautiful the country is. She said, I think we have to do something like charter some flights where I bring in celebrities and the diaspora from all over the world to see the country. Maybe we assign people like you that speak the language and English or whatever language the celebrity might speak to translate and show how beautiful the land is, how beautiful the people are, and how hard the struggle is. So her solution to the reports of slavery was to bring in celebs, set them up in fancy hotels, and show them how beautiful the country is. Girl, that's just a lot. She got a lot of backlash for this, but she was not apologetic at the very least. If you think that situation could not get any worse, it does, because she went on the Hollywood Unlocked podcast to shame Eritreans and praise the president.
Action. How do you fix it? Don't come at me with all the shenanigans. They all fought for their freedom. They have watched their friends die in front of them. So I don't know about you, but if I'm in a war and I feel like, oh, if I let this happen or let that happen, we'll be back at war. You're going to do whatever it takes to defend and protect your land, right? Really doing things. I don't agree with everything that they do. I don't agree with everything that's done here in America.
So she clearly doesn't care about the people. She only cares about being in the president's good book. Fans commented, just to be clear, Tiffany Haddish is a slavery apologist. She's a fake comedian, an alleged child SA perpetrator, and also believes that she's supporting a slave regime in Eritrea and that that's fine. Disgusting human being. Every time I think she's shown us the worst of the kind of toxic person she is, she still manages to top it with even worse things. Tiffany Haddish is just an all-around trash individual. And wow, that lady real whack. I knew she was strange when Cat Williams started putting her on blast. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Tiffany promoting slavery, then check out this next video.